Hi guys, I decided to go live now. I was just telling you in a previous video about Brian Laundrie's attorney that was sharing a picture of Gabby on his Yelp, and the family hit him with legal paperwork to force him to take this down, and he did. But right now, the search is really going strong to trying to find Brian. Are they looking for remains? Are they looking for Brian? I do feel that he might be able to survive the elements. So let me just take you here to what Fox News is doing right now. And guys, this stuff is on 24 hours right now. Let me just take you to what Fox News is uncovering. They're actually searching through the Carlton reserves, which is 25,000 square miles. Then when I come back, I have to go into a little explanation about something, but we're going to get to that.
Of the Carlton Reserve, where law enforcement is once again combing the area for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, a person of interest in the case. Fox 13's Kim Liquizan joins us now live from the search
And I'm
area.
sorry about the
Kim,
stuff
bring
on
us
the
up to
side. I
speed
don't know
with
how to
what's
get rid
happening
of that.
today.
Well, Linda, I can tell you, talking with law enforcement officials, they're now focusing in on these large bodies of water and shallow ponds that are at the Carlton Reserve. We just saw as the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office dive teams and their gear were brought into the reserve. And we've also seen crews moving in with pumps, shovels, and other equipment to take
There's
a look at
alligators
those
and
areas. Now,
everything
this
out
is day
there.
2 of searching at the Venice entrance of the Carlton Reserve. Talking to law enforcement, some of the challenges they face are those marshy conditions, extra standing water, and the elements. Of course, alligators, snakes, and other creatures. Parts of the reserve go into developed areas, while other trails lead into land that has not been developed. There are a number of areas where Brian Laundrie could be hiding if he's here in the reserve. The Northport Police Department recorded an interview talking about the conditions that searchers are facing. They are less than ideal.
The terrain is very difficult. Essentially, 75% of it's underwater, and other areas that are dry, we're trying to clear.
And we've also seen backhoes and tractors going into the reserve. That can help clear some of that brush and other debris that could be hindering their search. And again, the latest development that we have today is that searchers are now focusing in on those bodies of water. Some of them are larger ponds, some of them are shallow water, but that was definitely confirmed seeing the Sheriff's Office dive team coming in through here, and also bringing those pumps in to clear out some of that water that could possibly help investigators get a closer look and see if possibly Brian is in any of those areas. Linda, back to you.
All right, Kim, we know you're going to stay out there and bring us up to date throughout the afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so here's the thing. I told you yesterday that, well, the other day when we first covered it, when I showed you the picture of, the video of Gabby outside of the police car, and I said they should have done more. I said there was no female there, and I later find out, matter of fact, I found out today that there was an officer there. She works for the Bridger Tatton National Forest Service. Her name is Jessica Schultz. Okay, she said got there. She said that she told Gabby that the relationship seemed toxic. She also asked her, was she happy within the relationship? She said that she felt that Brian was acting weird. She told Gabby that maybe she should take the time to reassess the relationship. She also stated that she was more blunt with, or more candid with her, I'm going to use her words, more candid with her than maybe she should have been. Okay, so we know that Gabby's remains have now been identified. We know the manner of death has now been classified as homicide. We don't know the cause of death yet. They still have not released that information, which I am, every time I talk about this, I get really sick to my stomach. And the fact that it was a young woman that had an encounter with Brian around Spread Creek that narrowed the search down for them to locate Gabby's body. Now, speaking of that, there is an area within Yellowstone National Park. Okay. I was speaking with Rabbit about this yesterday. And it's called the Zone of Death. Now, this is a 50 square mile area. And what that means is that this is a loophole in our Constitution, because that area is declared unfit or inhabitable. No one can survive there, live there. So this is a loophole. So what that means is, if Gabby was found in the zone of death, within that 50-mile radius of the zone of death, and guys, I'm using my fingers too, like you can see me, I'm not even on camera. This means that Brian cannot receive a constitutional trial. And he cannot be punished. Now, I don't think Brian is this smart. I really think that, the argument got heated from the day before, the two of them were separated. They got back together again. Maybe the argument ensued, something happened. Maybe he just left her. Maybe he hit her, she hit her head. Who knows, until they give us the manner, or the manner of death. We don't know. But if Gabby was found within that 50-mile stretch, if she was found in the zone of death, that's a hard one. So then I went to look. They said that trials in the district court are normally held at the federal courthouse in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Okay? However, the Sixth Amendment of the United States Constitution decrees that juries in federal criminal cases must be made up of citizens who are from both the district and the state where the crime was committed. Because of this, charges for a crime alleged to have been committed in the area of the park in Idaho would have to be tried before a jury consisting of entirely of residents of that area, which means that area, there is no residents living in that area. There are no residents there because that part of the park is uninhabitable. You cannot live there. So how do you try him? I don't believe he's that smart. I don't. I think it was an accident. I'm hoping Gabby's body was not found in the zone of death. Because if he has any type of lawyer, or a good lawyer, or just a lawyer that can read, no offense to lawyers, this is going to have to be some type of plea deal. But then, how do you, well, you can do a plea deal because you're not going before a jury. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands that loophole. So with that being said, they're still searching, they're combing, they're looking. I don't know. Leave me a comment. Let me know, do you think that Brian is still alive? Because as you heard, there are alligators, there are snakes, there's everything. But we saw that he was, we saw the picture. Well, the picture that really resembles him. I received the photo of a backpack that was on the van seat by the, on the front, on the driver's side seat. It looked like the backpack that was in that picture that I showed you guys, and that's now floating all over the internet. But it came from a Facebook group. So it looks like the same type of backpack. It looks like the same color, but again, it's a camera. It's a trail cam. You know, they have those on trails. They have those around deer trails too. So it's a trail cam, which is kind of grainy, but it looked gray with the black lining and everything. And then the person that's in there looks like Brian. Really looked like Brian. So maybe that's why yesterday they did that search and it started going hard again because of the photo that was shown. But guys, I'm just going to say again, it's just disgusting. And I'm going to say again, for Brian's lawyer to have Gabby's picture on his Yelp ad, it was disgusting. Her parents actually hit him with a legal document. I probably would have went over there and punched him upside his head. So all I'm saying is that he's 23. And, you know, they were saying that there was some tips yesterday that he might be in Mobile, Alabama. So if you think about it, you're in Baker, Florida, you're going down. So that means that you're going through the swamps and you go down from Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma. So yeah, but if he's on, well, he's on foot because we see the car was back at the house. So I just want everyone to keep Gabby's family in your prayers. And I am hoping and praying that Brian is found alive because he needs to face what he's done. He needs to be held accountable. Now, if he's found deceased, oh well. I hate to say it like that, but oh well. But he needs to man up. Look what he's putting his parents through. But then again, they're complicit. In my opinion, they are complicit. Complicit. Just like Aiden Fossey's mother was caught washing blood out of her son's jeans after sitting in a police station asking him, you know, if there's anything to be found like blood. And then you're seeing on your own home camera, a video system, washing blood out of your son's jeans. You're complicit. Let them face the music. You commit the crime, be ready to do the time. That's all I have for you guys. Please be safe out there. I'll talk at you guys later. Bye.